Welcome again, welcome again, welcome again. It's 8 o'clock. Guess where you at? It's time to talk. I'd like to give a big shout out to Calzuro. Again, only shoe out here with the IFU for how to get that thermally clean shoe. Disinfect it. You can sterilize it. Treat your feet. Again, make sure you use that code time to talk to get that $17.99 off your next pair of Calzuro shoes. Again, special thanks to Calzuro. Family, we're here. I just want to take a moment to say, I know we celebrated Sterile Processing Week last week, and we gave all the appreciation to everybody in this business that is out here fighting the good fight. But what I wanted to talk to you about this week is what happens when that fight gets you multi-levels of responsibilities. And I know it. We always talking about how we multitask and how we're, running here and there, everywhere for patient care. But what happens when you're the tech, you're in the room, you're the sterile processor, you're the runner, you're the circulator, when you do all of that? But today I have a special guest that's going to tell us about her experiences in how she manages and navigates the waters of being the all-in-one tech, when all of the responsibilities kind of fall on you and the doctor is referring to you for everything, and you're the sterile processing, and you're the circulator, and you're all of it. This is a special guest for two reasons. She's a small business owner. She belongs to us here in the sterile processing field, and she also is one of our winners last week of the Calzuro gift certificate. So without further ado, I want to bring to y'all Miss Star Richardson.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Star, how are you? How are you? How are you?
All right, and you. All right, and you.
Hey, first and foremost, I have to know, did you get your package?
Oh, what? Got it today. We'll be
So
reviewing.
for the people, I know that you've had Calzuros and you've been wearing them, and so in the box, I know it's your winning pair. But how has that experience been for you and your team of treating your feet?
Excellent, excellent. I met with Jennifer and got some shoes, and they love them. And I know once they see these, they're gonna love them even more.
Oh, so by these, I'm assuming that in the box we're going to be looking at a pair of the new Rebels. Is that that's what I'm hinting at? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Casey. Casey's in here.
Hey,
Arlene's in here.
family.
Everybody's in here. The fam is showing up for you. So you know what? We can't even keep the people waiting. Let's unbox our gift certificate winner. Star Richardson is about to unbox her winning pair of Calzura Rebels. So I don't even know what they look like. I don't know what color she got. We're about to see this together as a family as she unboxes her brand new shoes. Again, you can get them thoroughly disinfected. You can check the IFU for yourself. It's a one-source document. Hey, make sure that you treat your feet.
Oh, yeah, you ready for these?
We got some things popping off here. Let's see.
They are not ready for these.
Oh, she took my color, y'all. She took the white and blue ones. Oh my goodness.
They are not ready for these. These are awesome.
As y'all both just saw, Star again, she won the gift certificate last week, and she has just unboxed her pair of Calzuro Rebels. Again, treat your feet, get your staff into the groove. You can see, like I said, the IFU is out there. Only shoe on the market that gets thoroughly disinfected, can be ran through the sterilizer. Hey, what are you waiting for? Use the code time to talk, get $17.99 off your pair of Calzuros. Okay, so we did the fun stuff first, but on a serious note, hey Rebecca, how are you?
Hey, Rebecca.
And Rebecca's our other winner, so when she gets hers, hopefully I'll get her here and she'll be able to come and unbox hers, and I can see what color pair she got, and she can tell us about her experience as well. But now that we have you here, I've been had the pleasure of knowing Star. But Star, for the people who don't, could you give us a little bit about yourself?
Um, I currently live in Georgia, originally from Chicago. I've
Okay.
been a sterile processing and surgical tech for about 25 years, doing
Okay.
both. A traveler, just a hard worker. I don't
Okay.
consider sterile processing as just a job. It's my career.
I heard you see some keywords in there. So you have been a traveler. You are a surgical tech as well as a store processing tech, and you currently do work in both those roles currently, correct?
Correct.
So with that being said, in the world of, as they say, multitasking, tell us your typical day and how your day starts. Let's start there. As being a surgical tech and the store processing tech at your type of facility, how does that day look for you?
I'm very busy. Me being the only one that does both there, I'm very busy. So that means when I want to take days off, it's hard. Nobody wants to do my job, especially the sterile processing part. Nobody
Okay.
wants to do that. Um, my day starts literally every morning, Monday through Thursday, from I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm the first one there to open up the rooms to get the surgeries together. I work in ophthalmology, um, so I have to get everything together, and then the texts start trickling in around about 6:30, 7 o'clock.
So you go in and you set the rooms up.
Yes, I set the rooms up, and while I'm setting the rooms up, I'm starting to load the tests on the sterilizers, wiping down everything. I'm doing it all.
Oh, okay. So we got a different level going on here. So you go in, you set the room up, you get everything prepared for the surgeries. At the same time, you're preparing sterile processing for that day's activities as well, like i.e. doing your quality checks, your void ditch, your testing, and all of that. So you're in two places at one time. When people say you can't be, you're literally in two places at one time.
Yes, and I'm also the circulator.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
um,
So that does take it to a different level. So you're the surge tech, you act as a circulator, and you act as the sterile processing tech.
exactly,
So you have all of these rolled up in a combined day. You have done all of these jobs in order for your facility to run.
exactly.
And I did hear you say that you're the only one that does the sterile processing side.
Yes.
So from that standpoint, and being the only one, how does that help you with, uh, as far as with the other techs? When you said it's hard for you to get a day off, and you go in and you do get that day off, and then they have to do your job, are they trained to do what we do as far as their processing, or
Well, they get a brief, I call it a brief course because they're only with me when they first come and start working with us. They're only with me a week, give or take a week. So I call it a brief. Because I just don't see, if you haven't been in sterile process and you never touched the sterilizer, you're not going to get it in a week and then go right into just teching, and only time you go back in sterile processing is when I'm not there.
so in that aspect, if you're the surgical tech that day, what happens in the sterile processing area?
um it's very rare that it's been about 2 years now since I have scrubbed in there, because they just like, we've been short staffed, so they're like, we need somebody to just focus on that, because they don't want to do it. They say they don't know how I do it. They don't know how I do all of the things I do there and
So
still get up the next morning and do it all over again.
from an appreciation standpoint, they understand the importance of what sterile processing is, because when you're not there, they're having to struggle through it, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, yes. I've had a tech just recently. It was so funny. I actually called off sick, and one of the techs had to step in and be me. And she said by 10 o'clock, she needed a drink. She said, I don't know how you do it. And open the rooms and help turn our rooms around, and just do everything. And we've never been short of instruments. She said by 12 o'clock, she had like 5 trays stacked up in Deacon Town and didn't know what to do.
So just on that aspect, when you're by yourself and you're having to do all that other things, and just for the sake of everybody, the processes are still the same.
Yes.
You still have to go through the decon, you still have your 3 sinks, you still have a sonic, you still have to go through all of the same steps, even when it's just you.
Exactly.
So, in that being said, how do you do it? So if you're in the room setting up and you're doing all of the other things, how do you maintain a sterile processing and the quality that we expect to be held to from a sterile processing standpoint?
It's all about timing. Me being there I've been there for 9 years now.
Okay.
Knowing my doctors and knowing how long it takes them to do one surgery. So give and take, we just started with, we had 2 ORs and now we have 4. It kind of get like, I can let it build up to like 2-3 trays, and then I just focus on that, and I'll let them know, hey, I got a couple of trays in there, and you may have to open yourself up. Just know if I'm not there, I'm coming behind you sometime as soon as I finish doing my job. So I just do stuff at a timely manner and still do it correct. Because like you say, I still have the 3 sinks and I still got my sonic. I still got to do everything because everything is washed by hand manually. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that does take it to a different level of commitment. I can hear the commitment there because you said 9 years there and over 25 years in the business. So what is your structure like there? If it's just, how does that work for you as far as career ladder or growth if you're the only sterile processing tech? What does your hierarchy look like? Do you have a director or manager?
We just got a director this year. We didn't have one. We had a manager, and the manager I'm not all against nurse management, but because of the surgery center, they feel like the manager has to be a nurse. And I feel like that's not always true. But
so for the sterile processing portion, it was a nurse that was in charge.
Yes. They had her in charge of everything.
Okay. So you fall under the surgery. Of course, you fall under surgical services, and you're your own entity because you're one person.
Correct.
Okay. So the curious question is working for a nurse. And I know that's a trend that's been going across the country. There's a lot of nurses in some of these positions. And I'm with you. I have nothing against, who's in the position as long as they're giving us the right information and It's been done correctly. But having traveled and you've been under sterile processing leadership and you've been under nursing leadership, what's the difference?
It's different when you have someone who actually worked in the field. They appreciate and value the knowledge that they need to know versus some of the nurses, the nurse managers is like, I'm the nurse manager. I'm over you. You're going to do what I say. And I'm that person like, no, I'm going to do by the book. And if AAAC don't say that, then I'm not going to do it.
Okay. So right there, we're going to hold it right there because I want to touch more on this nurse manager part, but we're going to do a quick commercial and we'll be right back with Star all around tech. As y'all can hear, she does every single aspect of starting a surgery center. So we're going to get more into that right after this commercial. We'll be right back, family. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. So we were just touching base on having a nurse manager over sterile processing versus having an SPD person. And you said for you, it's about having that experience of being in the role in the field.
Mm-hmm.
So from that, as you said, they have to back you up if you're not there. So what kind of training? I know you said they do a week with you, but is there any other training that goes into getting them up to speed or having them become certified, or is it just the one person and let's leave it at that?
For some odd reason, I don't know if we're gonna incorporate it now, but the nurse manager felt like it was no need for they're surgical techs, so they don't need the sterile processing. And some of them like, hey, we need some of that knowledge because we don't know. Some of
Yeah,
them
'cause
are
I would be kind of uneasy trying to run a sterilizer if I've had a crash course in it, and making sure I got the quality checks right and making sure making sure we have that part. And somebody just asked, like, how do they hold up Amy standards under a nursing director? If we follow Amy, I know that nursing goes on the ARN. How do you incorporate those two things into somebody that's not certified to do what you do or have that official knowledge base to do what you do? How do you balance the two out with the Amy standards versus the ARN, or having the certifications through HSPA or CPSPD? How do you balance that out?
well, basically, we have the Amy standards. We go by that as well. We go by both of them. For sterile processing, I told them particularly I like to go by Amy standards, and for everything else with the facility, they go by the other standards.
Okay. So when they're in sterile processing and they're following up you or being you for the day, they still have to do the quality checks, and that is checked off by you that they've had a competency. Is that
Yes,
checked off by you? Okay.
yes. I had to build all of that because none of that was there. I had to make the quality I just had to do everything. They would just come in, train them, and then put them in the field. And it's like, no, what are you going to show them that they are qualified and they've been trained to do this? So I had to go back and revise and do everything. And I actually did it for the surgical techs as well.
I think from a technical standpoint, yes, you need to have that quality checks. You need to have somebody signed off that they can do. You
Mm-hmm.
can't just say, hey, this is a sterilizer. Hey, this is a washer. Hey, this is a sonic. One day of training and then expect somebody to remember that. So I'm glad that they had somebody in place like you who was able to build a standard and, have that. So with that being said, do you get that feel of appreciation from the surgical techs or even the manager for what you do, having been in your shoes for the time that they've had to do it?
Before I'm gonna say it was very challenging, and no, I didn't get. I got it from my first 2 years there. I got it from the president.
Okay.
Because I came in and I stopped they was immediate use and all they was doing it all. I stopped all of that, saved the company a lot of money. And for the first 2 years when he was in that position, he actually awarded me and brought me in and thanked me. Um, so now the techs truly, truly appreciate me.
Okay. And
So
that's what we want, right? We want that
yeah,
recognition that people see that what we're doing is indeed a skill and not just as they say, or, back in the day it was the dishwashers, this and that. Now people are appreciating what we do, and you get that because they have to walk a mile in your shoes when you're not there.
mm-hmm.
Now
Yeah,
they can walk a mile in your Calzuras. Let's just put that out there real quick.
yes. But and I have two of the regular Calzuras. I have a purple and teal and a black pair. I love these shoes. They're great.
One of our listeners said, do they ever try to rush the process? And if so, how do you handle that? Seeing as how it's just you, and I know you said something about just making sure that the schedule times of the surgeries and stuff. But how do you know that all of your quality checks and stuff are holding up when you're not there?
Um, That I can't answer because I don't know. I hold them accountable, and I tell them all the time, if you me, you got to be me. You got to do it right. You can't cut no corners. You got to do it right.
So since it's just you, and I think that's what they're trying to say, is since it's just you, and then do you ever get rushed for turnovers or they need this right back or any of that kind of stuff that we get in the bigger facilities of, hey, I need this turned over, I need it right away. Do you get any of that?
Sometimes I do, but I actually go to the doctors and let them know, hey, in the morning, when I get in the morning, I see the schedule, and they may have like two of the same cases back to back, and they only have one instrument that they need on both cases. And I'll go and say, hey, you need to talk to your scheduler because you need time frames, 45 minutes. So you're gonna have to wait 45 minutes for this because I don't immediate use.
Okay, you said you hand wash all your items get hand washed, so you don't actually have a washer there.
No.
So everything gets hand washed, and then you go through your normal process. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have no problem talking to the doctors or having that conversation, those tough conversations. And I think that's where we get hung up at having those tough conversations when they need it or you need it and you having to, go have that conversation. Can you do that? Oh, I see that you are doing that. You have no problem doing that.
Mm-mm.
And that's where we have to get more texts like that are not afraid to use their voice because we are the subject matter experts, right? We are the ones who know, hey, the times. We know what the sterilizer is supposed to do. We know how long we need in between cases. So we appreciate that. And Arlene just said, hey, thank you for going above and beyond day in and day out for our patients because this is unusual that I actually have somebody who does it all from start to finish. Like you really go in and set the rooms up from a surgical tech standpoint, and then throughout the day you may be in the room circulating and then still have to go and reprocess everything. That's multitasking at its finest.
Yeah. The doctors I'm gonna say in the beginning, I didn't even know they knew my name. They didn't. Some of them didn't talk. Some of them didn't speak. I've had this one doctor, and honestly, it shocked me when he said my name. And he was just like, "Thank you." And I was like, "For what?" He was like, I didn't have to wait on anything."
And that's an amazing feeling too when they actually can say that you're doing all of that, keeping up with everything, and the doctor even notices it and feels like, hey, my cases weren't delayed, nothing happened, and I was in a good place. So yeah, I agree with Arlie. I appreciate the work that you put in there and
Thank
just
you.
on that. So back to what I was getting at. What does your growth look like when you're in that type of scenario? What does your career path look like being the only person?
Um, I'm possibly going to become the supervisor of the new facility in Tyrone. So
Okay.
we're talking about that now. So that hopefully that opens up in around about January. They was expecting for it to open this year, but around about January. So I'm actually in charge of ordering and getting the sterilizers. I had to get in contact with Steris and order the sterilizers and stuff like that for that facility as well.
So you get a lot of so I guess since you're the only person, all of the sterile processing stuff they need as far as equipment, supplies, all of that does go through you as well.
exactly. I have been like for years trying to get them to upgrade. We have been still using the 3 hour readout. And I finally got them to come aboard with the new age, and we do the 20-minute readout now. So I was excited about that
Okay.
because I was like, nobody is using this. This is
Yeah, I think we got rid of the 3 hours a little while ago. So I mean, but hey, now they're seeing the value in it, and I think that's where you come in at having that inside information about what's, the new times, and the updated information as far as equipment, and being able to present that in a knowledgeable fashion to get them on board. Rebecca says, hey, not all heroes wear capes. And in this situation, we understand that they do wear scrubs, because I don't know how you're actually doing it all like that. Arlene says, hey, have you given some thought to running for an HSPA committee?
I have been thinking, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the personal growth is something that you're actually interested in.
I am.
So just given the situation, and I know I can speak for me and some of the other people here, if you need anything or any references or anything to help you in your path to get you to that next level, you can always reach out to any of us, because hey, that's why we're family. We're here to look out for each other and help everybody get into where they're trying to get to. And yeah, it's kind of a difficult road if you're the only person, but I see that, like you said, they're opening up a new facility, potentially giving you a new location. Okay, I could dig that. New location, new management role. Okay, so certification-wise, from a surgery center standpoint, I know you have your certification as far as surge tech.
Yeah.
Do you also hold all of our certifications?
No, just for my sterile processing. I am currently getting ready to get all of them. So
okay. You want to wear a crown? You want to wear the crown? Okay, I see. I see. You want a crown? I understand now.
I had that mind frame where I'm in ophthalmology. I'm here. I don't need all of them. And then I was like, well, when I went to the conference this year, it was like, I may not need them, but I want them.
Okay, seeing everybody and seeing the celebrations of everybody that had the certifications now made you say, "Hey, this is something that I can do." Okay, and that's the feeling that we want everybody to have, because we are what? We are stronger together, right? So as long as you now, but again, same thing. If you need any help with any of that, like I said, I know Arlene, myself, anybody you reach out to will definitely be willing to help you get to that level of the next level. So see, like they're excited for you. So that's what they're excited for you. So I know you work at eyes now.
Yes.
In the surgery center, do you do anything with scopes?
I do. I also work for another facility. When I leave there, I work for a hospital.
I think we all need to stop and give Star a round of applause, because she works at two different facilities. One of them, she's everybody, like the circulator, the tech, the sterile processing person. She's doing it all, and then leaves there and still goes to another job. If that's not sterile processing at its finest, we want the stronger people, and I think we have found one. Arlene said, "Star, come on, let's go." See, you got everybody. Rebecca said, "Hey, do you sleep at any time?" So, I mean, but this is what we're here for. We celebrate our people. We celebrate the people in the culture that make a difference, and I can truly say that you're making a difference. So at the other facility, you say you touch on scopes, but we're gonna talk about it in just a second. We're gonna go to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back with Star and her 19,000 jobs, and we're gonna figure out what's going on. again, here with Star Richardson, as we just go about and just let the world know the secrets that she's been holding in. Hey, she's all around sterile processing, all around surgical tech, and now I'm about to learn a thing that she's doing endo to. What is it that you don't do for sterile processing? That's what I think we need to
I
ask.
do it all. Case
Let's
cards.
just be the better question. So, since you do scopes, how were you affected by the new standards that came out?
Pretty much they were doing almost everything that they was doing everything right anyway. So it wasn't a big change that we had to do.
Okay. So at one facility, you're everybody. So at the second facility, or is it the same, or you just start processing there, or is it the same type of setup?
No, I work. I'm in sterile processing, and over there we do case cards, decontam, trays. I may go to the other facility for an endo. So I do it all.
Again, we don't know how you do it, but you do it, and we appreciate the work that you have done while doing it. So, in wearing these different hats, I always ask, and I want people to understand, in wearing these different hats, what do you see as some of the challenges we at sterile processing face in the climate that we're in right now?
I would say the miscommunication with from the OR to sterile processing. It's the big disconnect. So, but that's been like that forever. The facility I work at now, as my second job, they kind of have a better relationship with their OR. So, because I have seen some of their techs, their surgical techs come and help them.
Okay. I was going to ask about that communication, but at the other facility, you are the OR. So I don't think you can argue with yourself. So you are the OR. You are sterile processing. So, I mean, that communication is like you're there, you know what trays are going into the rooms, and you know if something's missing and stuff right away because you're setting the rooms up.
Oh, yeah, they know. I know when something missing. When they bring them trays out of their room, I look at that tray and I tell them, you missing the carnivore. And they be like, how you know? I just set the tray down. They know when I say that, I'm not going in the garbage. You got to go in the garbage and dig for it.
So yeah, I do have that communication going on over there.
Yeah.
And at the other facility, you say they have an excellent line of communication open over there as well.
Exactly.
So with being a sterile processing professional, how valued is your opinion, or do you even go to some of the leadership meetings and you're that person that represents sterile processing? Are they receptive to the ideas? Like you said, it took you a while to get like the new incubators and stuff like that, or the new readout BIs and stuff. It took you a while to do that. Are they real receptive when you bring new ideas and new things to the table?
Now, yes, because we have a new director, what we did not have, and she is awesome. Anything that I tell her and I recommend, and I show her in black and white, because not only am I going to tell you, I'm going to show you in black and white. She's down for it. When she first came, she came to me because she actually thought I was the lead tech.
Okay. I mean, doing every job, I would assume. Like, so is the new person a nurse as well, or sterile processing?
The director?
Yes.
No.
She's not sterile processing.
She's not a nurse, and she's not a sterile processing tech. She's She's in clinical. She's been in clinical for, I think, 18 years.
Okay.
But very open.
So you have a new director that's willing to listen to the people that are I won't say proficient, but the people that are the experts in that area to get the job done because you are the subject matter expert.
Yes. I want to say in April, this was her first. She came over to our facility. She's been with the company for 19 years, but she
Okay.
came over there in January. Of course, I had never came to one of the conferences, and I went to the manager who was the manager at the time, and I asked her, and I said, I wanted to go, and I needed the time off. I really wasn't asking for them to pay for it. She told me no. She said, "No, I don't think you need to do that. You're a scrub tech. You don't need to do it." I said, "But regardless if I'm a scrub tech, I'm also a steel processor. I'm also a MA. I'm also an endoscopic tech. I'm like, but I still keep up all of my stuff, and I want to go." So she denied me. I went to the director at the time, and I explained to her, and I told her, and she made it happen. Not only did she make it happen, the company paid for me to come.
And we appreciate, that type of director that sees the benefit of you coming to that type of, gathering where we are all there. You can learn so much, and I learned a lot. And I know that just seeing the different speakers and seeing some of the people that you see on these podcasts and hearing them speak live is a different, it gives you a different appreciation. So yeah, for your director, we thank her for allowing you to be a
Yeah.
part of the sterile processing community, even though like you said, you MA, Surge Tag, you're definitely covering all the bases. So again, we definitely appreciate having somebody in our field that has that type of work ethic. Somebody even said, hey, they need that type of work ethic when they're in their normal everyday, like, hey, how do you do two jobs? And we're going to get to one more, but so something came up on one of the shows. I know you wanted to talk about it, so we're going to talk about it. Since you've traveled and you've been in regular hospitals, you've been in surgery centers, and you've been in both. And there's a stigma that the surgery center doesn't, necessarily give you that experience of working in a main facility. Since you've been in both, what can you tell me about the difference, if there is a difference, and your just thought process on when somebody says that, hell, you just from a surgery center?
I don't agree with that comment, because where you have a surgery center, they have a set time to run, whereas the hospital is running 24/7.
Okay.
So the difference is I'm gonna give you an example. Like today, we had 4 doctors, 4 ORs, and we had I'm not even gonna use today. I'm gonna use last Thursday. We had 5 doctors and 4 ORs.
Okay.
And we had 58 cases. I have 20 trays.
58 cases with 20 trays between 58 cases. Okay.
And the time frame that our door open at 6, they start at 7. The doctors are starting at 7. The last patient needs to be walking out at 5 p.m.
58 cases, 20 trays, start at 7, need to be done by 5. So that makes for a very, very interesting day for you.
Very interesting day.
And you say you don't do any kind of IUSS, you don't do any kind of that. All your trays are processed normally?
Yes. Yes.
Again, I would have to applaud you for even that's a heroic effort, and you do this day in and day out.
Every day. And like we have different surgery, we have different cases. So like Wednesdays is our retina day. We have 2 retina doctors, and they can pump out. Some retinas take a long time. The break is 45 minutes, and their grace of 10 cases per doctor.
Okay.
So
So when they say I guess, is it the time frame that makes it so that the surgery center gets to be, I guess, just as hectic as a hospital? Is it because
Yeah.
y'all working under a time restraint?
Yes.
What about different instruments that they're seeing different trades? Like, I guess that's the part where people say, well, you don't see the same things that we see in a main facility or in a main hospital.
I'm gonna say it depends on where you're working at. Because if you're working at an ortho surgery center, you seeing what you're seeing at the hospitals.
Right.
Is no different. Me, I'm just not seeing all the blood and stuff like that. It's not enough blood. But if I've worked in a surgery center that's ortho, and it's like working in a hospital.
All right. So Sharon said, your pace must be amazing. How do you keep such energy and a positive attitude? I think the whole world wants to know, how do you keep such a positive attitude and keep that same energy going when you have, like you said, 58 cases, 20 trays? That would intimidate most techs that I know, knowing that you're going to have consistent turnover all day long and you're by yourself.
Every morning when I wake up at between 4 and 4:30, I get on my knees and I pray and I thank the Lord and I ask Him for grace. I
Mm,
read a scripture, and if you're a Facebook friend of mine, that scripture you get to read that same scripture I read every day.
mm.
So that's how I go my day. Every day I start it off. If you can see my sign right there, it says love God first. That's the first person I get up and thank every morning.
I guess that's the positive energy and the positive attitude. We see where it's coming from right there. Faith based. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Faith based. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, it to you it just depends on the facility and what cases you see in. But for you, the person in the main hospital, person in the surgery center, that all working that can possibly work at the same paces.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of instrumentation.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that is fair. That is very fair. So again, Star was here as our contest winner. She can show you again. She ordered, got her rebels in.
I
She
got
got a
one of them on
few.
my foot. I ain't took it
Oh,
off yet.
she done put one of the shoes on just to break it in. She she showing you the brand new rebel that she ordered. Uh, Again, she was one of our lucky contest winners. She got her rebels in the mail today. She unboxed them with us today. Um, I did want to give her a chance to talk about just in everything else. It's probably gonna catch y'all by surprise, but two jobs, Surge Tech, Endo Tech, sterile processing tech, circulator, MA. She might even be a phlebotomist and an anesthesiologist. We don't even know yet, but we ain't got that part. But she
No.
also is a small business owner,
Yes.
and I'm gonna give her a chance to talk to y'all about her brand of herself. And I know, right? On top of everything else, she has decided to run a small business. I'm gonna agree with Rebecca. Like, when do you sleep? Like, like we gotta figure that out. But go ahead and tell the people about what it is that you do, how they can reach you, some of your products, and let's talk about what made you on top of everything. Let's start there. Okay, do that. Then I got a question about it. But tell the people about Bright Star Apparel.
Bright Star Apparel. I started 2017. I was like, I need to do something different. I don't know what I want to do. I made a shirt. I liked it. I kept doing it, kept doing it. It became there. I said, okay, I need to add something else to it. I started making dominoes. I make dominoes with um I do t-shirts, tumblers, dominoes, coasters, you name it, I do it. I make them, and I enjoy it. So that's my weekend. I tell people I work Monday through Thursday. Fridays against my religion. Saturdays is set on me.
See, look, Arlene said she wanted to be you when she grew up. So, if I'm hearing you correctly, Monday through Thursday, you have the two jobs that take you anywhere from being a surge tech to being a circulator to a sterile processing.
Yes.
Friday, you take the time for yourself, and your faith won't let you do anything on Fridays. And then the weekend, you get to go and be Bright Star Apparel.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with Rebecca. I don't know when you sleep, but like Sharon said, time is like money. You spend it wisely. We have more than realize. We have more than we realize and less than we think. So you out here trying to do it. So in starting your own company, does that ever come across your mind that you're going to walk away from sterile processing at this moment? If Bright Star Apparel, I know that's your baby, but you still do the other two. What makes you do all three?
Passion, patience, my coworkers, safe. It's just I've always been brought up on safety, because if it's me on that table, I want it to be done right. If it's my family on that table, I want it to be done right. So I don't think I think I will probably do 1 or 2 days in sterile processing, and the rest of the days is my business. But when I get up there, I ain't gonna have to work my business, because I'm gonna have somebody else working my business.
Okay, all right. So even if Bright Star Apparel took off right now, Arlene said, "Hey, we need shirts for HSPA 2023."
Got you. I got you.
So even if Bright Star took off right now, what you're saying is your passion that you have for the business of sterile processing and helping patients wouldn't allow you to walk away completely.
No, I probably would. I know I wouldn't. I would have to do at least 1 or 2 days a week, every other week, sometime. So put something in.
That's commendable. That's commendable, because I know that a lot of people be like, "I'm retired. My business is taking off. I work for me now." And you hear that all the time. Like, I want to work for me. I work for me. So I get it. As being a small business owner, and again, how do you have the energy, the positiveness that I see exuding through the screen? Is just like, hey, this is me. This is what I do. And this ain't even like, we're not even bragging about anything, but this is your everyday.
Yep.
This is your everyday. Hey, everybody watching, it's on the screen there. Bright Star Apparel. We got her website there. She put the phone number up. The email is there. You can reach out. She said custom dominoes, custom tumblers. She got shirts. She got, oh, that's a Atlanta Falcon dominoes right there. Okay, and got the nice color scheme to it. Okay. And so, these are all made by you?
All made by me.
Oh, there goes some eagles. So nice detail. Okay. So again,
it comes with a custom box. So yeah,
it has a custom box. So again, check out Bright Star Apparel. Her website's there. The email's there. The phone number's there. Makes great gifts. One thing I did want you to talk about. Tell us about the fanny pack. Tell us about the fanny pack. I'm curious about this fanny pack I keep hearing about. I want to see it. I want people to see it. Tell us what it is and how did you come up with this?
It is a fanny pack. I'll be at work and I have like markers and pens and scissors and everything. And they always in my pocket. They either in my top pocket or my jacket pocket. And they always falling out. So I said, I need something. So I found these. These are awesome. Waterproof. They have so many pockets, so many slots. Let me get a different color so maybe you can see it. Here's the orange. I got them in every color.
Okay.
And they can be customized. You can put your name on it. If you got a business, put your business logo on it. And it's just everything. I put my tape on here.
So you made that so that people didn't have to have their scrub tops and jacket pockets and stuff weighted down with the scissors, pins, highlighters, whatever. So
Yes.
that stuff can go right in the fanny pack. And you said it's waterproof. I heard waterproof.
Yes.
Okay. So look, so Bright Star Apparel has something for everybody. Seems like uh, I, I personally enjoy it. I like the little Atlanta Dominoes. People that know me know that's my team. So we're gonna have to have a talk about that. But definitely, just to recap for everybody, you are one of our seem like our hidden gems that we have in the store processing culture, where you know. Again, like Jan said, just looking at it is more secure than scrub pockets.
Yes.
You don't have stuff falling out your pocket if it's down in a pocket like.
Or your pen poking a hole in your pocket and you're losing everything.
Or you see, like, run through it and scrub top because the pen and then bled through. So yeah, so all of that, that could be something that can be a help to everybody. Like Arlie said, bring it, Star. So see, we got supporters already. See, we just got to know what is out there. So again, these are your still processing heroes. She is one of us. Visit Bright Star Apparel. The number was up there. Her email was up there. If you need anything for your employee engagements, there you go. You can get stuff customized.
The website is brightstarapparel.com. So
brightstarapparel.com. Okay. And like I said, she customized stuff. So get your orders in for your team. Get your team some of these hot items. I guess when you go on the website, you can see what all is there. But from me, I would like to say, just in hearing what I heard today, I don't think anybody else needed a pair that was better than you. It seems like you're on your feet all the time, so you got to treat your feet. You got like I said, the new Rebel. You already had a pair of classics, but that is something just that small. Oh, okay, good question here. Just on your way out, since you do so much and you have so much going on, how do you self-motivate at work? How do you motivate yourself to keep going amidst everything that you do?
I'm gonna say my family. Like I am big on family, and my work, my coworkers at work is my family, and we have a group of techs now, and they're awesome. And not only do I motivate them, they motivate me. So we together. So
that camaraderie is what keeps you going in that moment where you just feel like, hey, I've been defeated. I know I still got to keep going, but it's the family around you, it's the people around you, it's the mission, and that's the goal, I guess, of everybody here. That's why we come here, and that's why we have these talks, and just that family aspect of, hey, how can we, as a group, how can we get ourselves to the next level?
yeah.
When you're down and out and you can't do it no more, you look and you lean on your family, and that's just the best way you can say that. And again, like I said, we appreciate everything that you've been doing, everything. And again, you have us here. I heard you say you want these certifications. You have a bunch of people in here that you can lean on. Definitely connect with Star on LinkedIn if you haven't already. Just in case she has any questions, we are ready to make this thing happen. Again, you say, Arlene said she needs shirts for, the HSPA 2023. If you need shirts for your function, for your facilities, places everywhere, just reach out. We are all here. Star is here.
Yes.
Hey, Star, I'd like to tell you, hey, just from a standpoint of being a director, having that type of work ethic is gonna keep you in this business longer than you think you're gonna be here. So Bright Star can take off, but we still want you to stay around because that's the type of work ethic that you pass on, and hopefully it's contagious. Again, treat your feet. Go to calzuro.com. Use time to talk. Get you an additional $17.99 off a pair of Calzuros today. Star has 2 pair of her own classics, and now she has a new pair of the Rebels. She already put one on, and she's wearing it as we are sitting here, and just to break it in already. So she's already treating her feet because I think, if I'm not mistaken, she's gonna have another one of these long days tomorrow. So we got to make sure we're taking care of your feet. Um, but no, what we wanted to do today was introduce you to people like Star who go above and beyond for sterile processing. All the while, we're trying to maintain their own identity outside of sterile processing, i.e., Bright Star Apparel. She's doing it in 2 sets of hospitals during the week, on the weekend. Her downtime is actually running her own business. So imagine that you're putting in I won't say full time, but 2 jobs during the week, but your downtime is running your own small business.
Yep.
Again, having that faith and, like you said, dropping down to your knees every morning, making sure that you thank the man above. So I understand. Uh, so for the people, any words of wisdom that you want to impart to them, seeing as how you come from a travel side, permanent side, surgery center side, a main hospital. What last words do Star want to leave with the people today?
Just keep pushing forward. And I always tell people, just remind that could be you on that table, your family member, your loved one. We are the heart of the hospital, surgery center. It comes to us first. So, and just keep your head up, keep moving forward. You can do anything you put your mind to, just keep doing it. And keep God. That's the number one. God.
Again, you've heard it here with Star today. It's been a pleasure having you on the
Thank
platform.
you. Thank you.
Again, time to talk. We're here every Thursday, 8 o'clock. Kazura, thank you for bringing us these epic rebels. I have my pair. Star has her pair. I know a couple of people out there in TV land has their pair, and we can make Rebecca wants. I guess that's a question about the fanny pack. Can you wear that in the assembly area?
Yes.
There you have it. Hey, I know she said it was waterproof. We can put the fanny packs on, put all the things in your pocket. No more saggy scrub tops, no more saggy scrub jackets. We can make sure that now we have these items available. Hey, again, we're going to reach out to Bright Star Apparel. Make sure we get your items for your team. They can be customized to whatever you want on there. And I'm pretty sure she can work with you on getting your logos and everything you want on what you need.
Yes,
I appreciate you for coming here today and sharing your story with us. It's a story, what a story it is. They're still in shock that you're the circulator, the MA, the phlebotomist, the EVS, the sterile processor, the scrub tech. You run stuff to the lab. I don't know what's happening here. Right? But hey, this has been a time to talk. I thank you, Star. We appreciate you. You got to come back and let us know how you enjoy the Calzuras, how they treat your feet. You got to come back and let us know. Family, next week, same time, 8 o'clock. We'll be right here. And y'all know what time it is. It'll be a time to talk. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.